In the early hours of November 19, 1961, a young man vanished into the depths of the Papuan jungle, never to be seen again. This was not just any young man. This was Michael Rockefeller, the scion of one of America's wealthiest families, a passionate collector of primitive art, and a restless adventurer whose curiosity led him to one of the most remote and dangerous regions of the world. Michael's fascination with primitive art began during his university days. He was captivated by the raw, unfiltered expression of human emotion and experience that he found in these artworks. They were a stark contrast to the polished sophistication of the art he grew up with, and they drew him in like a moth to a flame. This passion would eventually lead him to the Asmat region of Papua New Guinea, a place known as much for its rich cultural heritage as for its inhospitable terrain and fierce tribal warfare. His journey to Asmat was fraught with challenges. He had to navigate treacherous rivers, dense jungles, and hostile tribes, but his determination was unwavering. His goal was to collect Asmat art for the Museum of Primitive Art in New York, a museum founded by his father. He wanted the world to see and appreciate the beauty and depth of Asmat art, just as he did. And then came the ill-fated boat trip. On that fateful day, his catamaran capsized in the choppy waters of the Arafura Sea. His companions clung to the overturned hull, but Michael, ever the adventurer, decided to swim for the shore. He was last seen swimming strongly, with the shore just about 3 miles away. As the tropical sun set, Rockefeller found himself drifting alone in the Pacific Ocean, with the shore just a tantalizing glimpse away. His companions waited for rescue, their hearts heavy with dread. The young art collector, the heir to a fortune, the adventurer had vanished into the unknown. With nothing but determination, Rockefeller plunged into the water, swimming for his life. Michael Rockefeller, the young and ambitious son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller, was now alone in the vast, unpredictable waters of New Guinea. His decision to swim to shore, a desperate and bold move, was a testament to his will to survive. As he battled the powerful currents, rescue attempts were being launched. The men aboard his capsized catamaran had alerted authorities, sparking a frantic search effort. Helicopters combed the sea, boats skimmed the surface, but there was no sign of the young Rockefeller. The vastness of the ocean, it seemed, had swallowed him whole. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The search efforts, once a hectic rush of activity, slowed to a somber crawl. The chances of finding Michael alive were dwindling. His family, friends, and the world held their breath, hoping against hope for a miracle. Then the official conclusion came. Michael Rockefeller, they said, had drowned, lost at sea, a victim of the merciless ocean. His father, the governor, accepted this explanation with a heavy heart. The media reported the tragic news and the world mourned the loss of a promising young man. However, rumors began to circulate, whispers of a different fate. Some locals claimed to have seen a white man matching Rockefeller's description in the days following his disappearance. These accounts were dismissed as hearsay, the desperate grasping at straws by a grieving public. After all, the official conclusion was drowning. The case was closed. But the truth, as it turns out, might be far more sinister. In the heart of Papua, amidst the tangled vegetation and murky rivers, dwelled the Asmat Tribe. Sequestered from the modern world, the Asmat lived in harmony with the wilderness, their lives deeply intertwined with the elemental forces of the land, sea, and sky. The Asmat Tribe, a group of people with a rich cultural tapestry, were renowned for their intricate wood carvings, vibrant ceremonies, and complex social structures. But beneath this veneer of cultural richness, lay customs that sent shivers down the spines of the uninitiated. The Asmat were headhunters and cannibals. Their belief system was deeply rooted in ancestral worship and spiritualism. They perceived the world as a seamless tapestry of the physical and the spiritual, with death being a mere transition into another realm. To the Asmat, headhunting and cannibalism were not gruesome acts of violence but sacred rituals. They believed that by consuming their enemies, they were appeasing the spirits and gaining the strength of the deceased. Headhunting was a ritual of war, a display of power and courage. An Asmat warrior would sever the head of his enemy, a symbolic act signifying the capture of the enemy's spirit. The heads were then ritually prepared and kept as trophies, a chilling testament to the warrior's valor. Cannibalism, on the other hand, was an act of spiritual communion. The Asmat believed that by consuming the flesh of their enemies they were absorbing their spiritual essence, their power, their courage. Every bite was a sacrament, a sacred act of communion with the spirits. Yet as terrifying as these customs may be to an outsider, They were an integral part of the Asmat's cultural identity, their way of making sense of the world around them. To them, these rituals were not acts of savagery, but a necessary part of their spiritual journey. Did Michael Rockefeller, the lost explorer, cross paths with this fearsome tribe? Was he a victim of their sacred rituals, his spirit now a part of their spiritual tapestry? Or did he simply vanish into the wilderness, his fate forever a mystery? Only the Asmat know the truth. Years later, a disturbing piece of evidence surfaced that challenged the official narrative. It was as if the ghost of Michael Rockefeller refused to be silenced, whispering tales of his fate from beyond the grave. Enter Carl Hoffman, a journalist with an insatiable thirst for the truth. He embarked on a relentless pursuit of what really happened to Michael Rockefeller, digging deep into the shadows of the past. His quest led him to the Asmat Tribe, the same tribe Michael had been fascinated with, and the last known people to have seen him alive. Hoffman discovered something that sent shivers down his spine. He unearthed a trail of rumors, whispers, and testimonies that painted a picture far more terrifying than a simple drowning. The tribe members spoke of a man who looked just like Michael, a man who had been captured, killed, and allegedly consumed in a ritual act of cannibalism. The idea was unthinkable, yet the stories were consistent, each one echoing the same dreadful narrative. But the rumors weren't the only troubling evidence Hoffman found. In an Asmat village, he allegedly spotted artifacts that had an uncanny resemblance to Rockefeller's personal belongings. These were not items that could be easily found or duplicated in the remote jungles of New Guinea. There was a pair of glasses, eerily similar to the pair Michael was known to wear. And then, there was a box of undeveloped film, the kind used by Michael in his camera. Could these items have been the remnants of Rockefeller's ill-fated journey, left behind in the Asmat village as grim tokens of his demise? Each piece of evidence seemed to fit the puzzle a little too well. It was as if Hoffman had stumbled upon a clandestine truth, a truth that had been buried deep within the heart of the Asmat tribe. The evidence was unsettling, the implications horrifying. But as Hoffman looked at the alleged artifacts and recalled the chilling testimonies, he couldn't help but wonder, could this be the chilling truth behind Rockefeller's disappearance? As the pieces of the puzzle began to align, a horrifying picture emerged. We are now confronted with the chilling theory that Michael Rockefeller, the scion of one of America's most wealthy and influential families, might have met a fate far more gruesome than anyone could have ever imagined. The Asmat tribe, the indigenous people of the region where Rockefeller was last seen, were known for their customs that, to the uninitiated, might seem bizarre and even terrifying. Among these was a ritual of revenge, a concept deeply ingrained in their culture. It was believed that if a member of the tribe was killed, his death must be avenged to restore balance. The method of revenge, however, was what made this ritual so horrifying. It involved the killing and cannibalizing of the enemy. Now let's consider the Asmat tribe's history with outsiders. In the years leading up to Rockefeller's disappearance, a Dutch colonial officer had killed 5 Asmat tribesmen. Michael Rockefeller, an outsider like the Dutch officer, may have been seen as an opportunity for the tribe to exact their revenge. This theory, as grim as it is reinforced by various accounts from the Asmat people themselves. Over the years, some tribe members have reportedly confessed to the act, sharing gruesome details of the alleged event. However, these confessions have often been dismissed as mere hearsay, lacking verifiable evidence. The implications of this theory are profound. If true, it means that Michael Rockefeller didn't drown as initially reported, but met a fate steeped in ancient tribal customs and rituals. It casts a disturbing shadow over his disappearance and opens up discussions about cultural misunderstandings and the dangers of unprepared explorations. Yet, this theory remains shrouded in controversy. Skeptics argue that the tribe's confessions are unreliable, that they are an attempt to sensationalize an already tragic event. So we're left with the haunting question: does this mean that Michael Rockefeller met a fate far worse than drowning? Despite the compelling evidence, the mystery of Michael Rockefeller's disappearance remains unsolved. To this day, his family, the Rockefellers, one of the most influential clans in America, grapples with the ambiguity surrounding his fate. They've never publicly acknowledged the gruesome theories surrounding Michael's end, opting instead for the official narrative of a tragic drowning. The skepticism isn't confined to the Rockefeller family. A number of experts, anthropologists, and historians have cast doubt on the cannibalism theory. They argue that the Asmat tribe, despite their violent past, had largely ceased such rituals by the time of Michael's visit. Furthermore, they point out that the evidence is largely circumstantial, reliant on hearsay and speculation, rather than concrete proof. The lack of definitive evidence has only fueled the intrigue around this case. Despite exhaustive searches, Michael's body was never found. Without tangible proof, the cannibalism theory remains just that, a theory. Some argue that Michael may have chosen to disappear, to live out his days amongst the Asmat, a tribe he so admired. Others believe he was held captive, a pawn in the tribe's complex political games. In the absence of definitive answers, speculation has filled the void. The enigma of Michael Rockefeller's fate has inspired books, documentaries, and even a play. His story continues to captivate, a chilling reminder of the thin line between curiosity and obsession, between the explorer and the exploited. The enduring fascination with this case is a testament to our collective obsession with the unknown. It reflects our desire to make sense of the inexplicable, to find answers where there seem to be none. It's a story that taps into our deepest fears and our most primal curiosities. In the end, the question remains, what really happened to Michael Rockefeller? More than 6 decades have passed since Rockefeller vanished into the Papuan jungle. His disappearance, shrouded in mystery, has captured the fascination of many, becoming a haunting tale that continues to echo through the annals of history. It's a story that compels us to reflect on the human condition, on our relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding, and on the perilous risks that often accompany such endeavors. In our collective fascination with the case, we've dissected every piece of evidence, every whisper of a clue, every possible theory, yet despite our best efforts, the truth remains elusive. The questions persist. What really happened to Michael Rockefeller? Did he fall victim to the Asmat Tribe, as chilling rumors suggest? Or did he meet a different fate, lost forever in the unforgiving wilderness of Papua? These questions serve as a stark reminder of the broader implications of this case, the clash of cultures, the dangers of exploration, and the potentially devastating consequences of misunderstanding and miscommunication. They compel us to consider the complexities of human interactions, the delicate balance between curiosity and respect, between discovery and intrusion. The story of Michael Rockefeller is not just a tale of a man lost, but a narrative of humanity itself. Our insatiable thirst for the unknown, our courage in the face of danger, our capacity for resilience, and our ability to adapt and survive. At the same time, it's a chilling cautionary tale. It reminds us that there are places on this earth that remain untamed, uncharted, and unpredictable. It forces us to acknowledge that even in our modern age, there are still mysteries that elude us, dangers that we cannot fully comprehend or predict. In the end, the story of Michael Rockefeller serves as a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that lurk beyond the edges of our maps. It's a tale that continues to resonate, a mystery that remains unsolved, and a legacy that endures, a testament to the human spirit, and a stark warning of the perils that lie in the pursuit of the unknown.